My daily Bible readings brought me once again to the book of Jonah. And every time that I come back to that book, I'm always struck with the same thought. And that is about a man who is struggling in ministry. And he's trying to take himself out of the presence of God. And my very curious mind takes me on a journey just thinking about what has gone on in this man's life and ministry that's brought him to this place where he's just ready to give up. And he wants to just get as far away from anything that has to do with God as he possibly can. And he's chosen to go to a city named Tarshish, which is a city that is known for its seafaring ways. In other words, ships coming and going there all the time, lots and lots of people, a place where you just feel like you could just get lost in it and be nameless and nobody even knows where you are. Thus, in his mind, trying to flee from the presence of God. So he gets on this ship heading toward Tarshish. And of course, the old expression that you can run, but you can't hide. That's kind of where he was, because in his endeavors to run from God, he found himself squarely facing God. And, I understand it. I do. Because there's been times in my life when I've said, Lord, I don't know whether this is the right thing or not. And have struggles and sometimes trying to figure it out. And so here's Jonah. He's weary. He's tired, which, hey, let's face it. A lot of times in ministry, that's where we find ourselves, just weary and tired. And so he's down in the bottom of the ship and he's asleep. And while he's asleep, there's chaos going on all around him. And the winds are blowing, the storms are howling, people are panicking, people are wondering who's responsible for this. And everybody's looking to their own belief system to figure out who's right and who's wrong. It sounds so much like everyday life to me that it almost causes me to just want to chuckle, because I say, well, this is what life is, because life has its struggles. And if you have answered the call of God, then you have probably experienced some of these troubles. Sometimes they're troubles that we bring onto ourselves. Sometimes they're just God just testing us. And then sometimes it's because of, we had the right heart, right intentions, but we took a wrong path somewhere along the line. And oh my goodness, have I ever been there. And those times when it finally dawns on me what I have done, that I have to just cry out to God and say, God, forgive me. Because the last thing I want in my life is to be separated from the will of God. Even though I may be tired, I may be weary, God, my heart is still toward the kingdom of God, and a heart to serve Him and to serve God's people. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.